Going live.
Live? What is this live about?
Living in the dream. It's actually called Jailbreak from AWOL Nation.
Can I assume that Andrew is not joining us this evening?
Andrew is asleep on the sofa somewhere up in Canada, and I'm not sure where Amy is. But let's actually get to an opening, and then we can talk about it.
What type of opening? Do we have one of those now? What's going on with it? I don't even know. You can see I've got my vacation shirt on.
Oh. Yeah, you do. Let me switch over there.
I know, right? Hi, everybody. I'm here in lovely Hawaii, joining in for the show tonight. I wish.
I heard that song going, so it's like we have some technical difficulties, but who knows?
Technical difficulties. We had a perfect start last week. We got to come up with another one.
We did tonight, too. Was it just you and me last week?
It was. The two-man duo.
Should do something too.
Never.
No, we're not ready for this.
Yeah, we're never ready for. I don't know. I'm ready. Are you?
I'm ready.
Good to see you. It's been another fantastic week.
Yeah, we might be dealing with this. Let me just pull this up here and show what. Now we know that Sierra will not be here tonight because, and I won't do this. I told her that we'd make fun of her for sure because she was 10 minutes before the show started. Got a headache.
Dropped it right. Which that I hear that a lot though from women in general.
Yeah.
10 minutes before anything.
She started throwing up. And if it were the morning time, I'd be concerned.
Sure, absolutely.
But
sure.
It's not. It's 7 o'clock at night. And it's bright and sunny here. It's about 75 degrees. How about you, Brett?
Oh, we're down here in Salem. We're pushing 80 right now. Thank God for air conditioning the last few days. I did get mine repaired. It went out on me that first hot day we had. And,
what happened? Went out of Freon?
No, it's a heat pump, but the blower stopped working, so there was nothing coming through the vents. The pump outside was fine, so I had to call the local Woodward. By the way, I would give them a plug. Woodward Heating here in the Salem area. They came out the next morning after I called, and the guy was great. Got there right on time. Called me 20 minutes before he was going to arrive. Everything they said they would do. He came in. He took a look at everything, and he found out it was a $40 part. So I was like, yes.
Did he give you a discount or pay you anything?
For the plug there? No, but I would like to say that Woodward Heating, if you're looking for a little positive advertising, we could help you out.
So because the guy did what he was supposed to do, and you paid him to do what he was supposed to do, you're going to give him a plug for free.
Absolutely. Listen, he was professional. He was clean. He changed out a couple of filters for me. He didn't have to do that.
He didn't have the butt crack showing, anything like that?
What's that?
He didn't have the butt crack showing. He was
none of that. He was like I said, very polite, very professional. It was actually a very nice experience, and it had a happy ending because
I don't even know about the happy ending.
I know, right? Phrasing. I got to watch my phrasing. He actually, when he first pulled apart the furnace unit out in the garage, he was like. It's like, I don't know. He goes, if your blower fan is out, you are looking at 400 plus labor, and I got to take this whole thing apart. And I was like, oh, good Lord, we're looking at $1,000. Might as well just get a new furnace at that point. And he did a couple things with his little testing meter. He was like, oh no, here it is. It's just this relay. How much is that? $40. Oh, sweet. Do it.
That's awesome. That's
awesome. Turned out pretty well. And again, I told you that whole thing because just thank God for air conditioning because I'm a big weenie when it comes to getting too hot. Although I love the heat as opposed to the rain.
Dude, we need to get new Freon in our thing. It's like on the verge of, because you look outside and there's like big, heavy ice all over the unit and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's like, okay, it's almost starting to overfreeze and overwork and all that. But anyway, so we are going to go straight to 8 o'clock, and then we're cutting it. We're going to go 1 hour professional, in, out, boom, done.
That's almost like it was a show.
Yeah, almost.
What are you talking about? We don't do that.
Lisa's dad is, well, he's 90, he's healthy as a horse, walks, golfs, bowls. You would think the guy's like 70. But anyways, he got pneumonia or something. Now he's in the hospital. So
Oh, sorry to hear that.
as soon as the show's over and see what's up. So
Well,
let's talk.
hold on. Let me ask one question, though. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that news. That's not good. But, I mean, does this affect your latte?
It may. That's.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to make light of it. I'm having fun.
I thought about that just before the show went on. I almost yelled out the door. Hey, latte, no excuses.
No, I don't.
7:30.
Listen, people get sick all the time. It's no excuse.
Bring it in. No, that wouldn't go well with my Gatorade.
Wait, hold on.
Oh wow! Look who joined us. Oh, look who graced the cover.
Who's the hot chick? Oh, it's Amy.
There.
Oh, it's Amy.
Oh, it's just Amy. Never mind.
It's just me.
So I'm gonna explain to
Sorry,
everybody.
I was discombobulated.
Yeah, we get it. The bridge was up. Okay. Here's what was going on. Why Amy wasn't here last week, and why she was late today. That's her man. This is Amy. Just getting up.
This is Amy. He was here. Oh, good Lord. Hi. I'm gonna go.
Look at him. Get out of bed trying to walk. This is Amy.
This is where she's trying to get to the kitchen for that morning cup of coffee. It's not working out so well.
Amy, I have that ready just for you.
That's awesome.
I was waiting for you to join us so I could show you that.
That's fantastic. Love it.
Fantastic. That's just
Fantastic, man.
That's fantastic.
So we've already made fun of Sierra for
Sure. Yeah.
Pretending like she's throwing up and sick and
I know
and out tonight. So
I just wish I would have thought of the excuse, you know?
Well, you said you got home in time, right?
It's my period. I'm sorry. It just, you know.
I
shamed him earlier today.
We don't.
Why? What happened?
No, I shamed him. I didn't know if you read it or not, but he's like, well, first of all, he put something on his email at work that said he's on a staycation, and I'm like, dude, you're on tonight though, right? I mean, your mother will let you come on the show. What's going on? And he's like, well, I get back from the beach. I'm like, dude, seriously, you pull this crap on me all the time. The very last second, so that I can't plan anything. I don't know if I'm going to be on here talking by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if you would be recovered or not. And,
she hobbled into the computer. She's fine.
You Sierra's going to fall sick, so
it hurts to sit.
So if you see me fidgeting a little, no.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyways, Lisa's dad isn't feeling well. He's in the hospital, so I agreed to get everything done. I've got an hour and a half worth of show to do in 1 hour. We've got to finish by 8. So if you guys would just sit back, shut your mouth, and let me talk, we can get through this.
I was gonna say if I don't say much, we could be done in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, you sure you want us to log off? Is that what it is?
No, don't go
anywhere. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Amy, let's just sit here quiet. Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, you were with us, weren't you, Amy? Stop it, Brett. You guys.
Sorry, go ahead.
You were with us when GP pulled that garbage, weren't you? He's like, all of a sudden out of the blue, he's like, oh, so you don't want me on? Okay, fine. And I'm like, whoa, dude, stop. Really?
Yeah.
We've never seen him say.
All right. By the way, have you talked to Greg recently?
He has posted on my Facebook a couple of times about stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, lately he has been on mine a couple of times.
How's he doing? That's all I'm asking.
He's probably fine. I'm just not a nice person. I'm really
that's
not.
True. I care about me. That's it. I care about me. I got my problems.
do you see that garbage I posted this morning about the show and about this and that and I quoted the Bible about loving your enemies and doing all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm sitting here before I go to work this morning, and I don't crack the Bible very often, but I literally cracked the Bible this morning, and I have the last couple of days, and I just pop it open and I read whatever's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was moved by it. I was touched, and so I added it to my Facebook post. And I'm like the farthest thing from that. Love your enemy, do this and that. I am a freaking horrible person.
No.
Anyways, hey, before we jump in this, I want to welcome, in case he's listening, Glenn Woods from Bold Republic. He does a video show every day of the week, and he
He's
responded.
better than we are.
Listen, he's actually, you know what? Dude does it by himself, and he's
there you go.
pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's always got good topics, and he can flow. So let's just move right on through this stuff.
So wait, he does everything we don't do. All right, I get it.
Yeah, he actually stays on track. He has
What?
a plan. He has a plan. All right, we are going to do good cop, bad cop, but only for a second. And in this segment, we are not going to talk about the Texas pool thing. We're going to talk about that in another segment. So, good cop, bad cop.
And away we go.
Hey, we got a code 3. All right. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Have the police brought this trouble onto themselves, and should they be held to a higher standard?
What trouble? Which trouble are you talking about?
Trouble that seems to be following them this last year or so. Every other week there's a guy supposedly armless or whatever getting armless.
Armless?
Yeah.
The police and the armless people, police hate armless people.
Somebody,
Yeah,
a car
armless
getting
people.
shot, like I read the other day, a car getting shot up 337 times, and it had crashed. Now, first of all, yes, he took him on a high-speed chase, but 23 cops, 337 shots, and the car had crashed. It was stuck between a telephone pole and something else. Is that a little obsessive? So those kinds of things, have they brought this problem upon themselves by protecting the bad ones while we know there's a lot of good ones?
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? And by the way, have they brought this trouble to themselves? And we're talking. You just brought up the issue with just excessive gunshots into a windshield, all that. And I don't know this, so I'm actually asking both of you. But do the police have to submit a urine sample after an incident of some sort where there's a force used?
I don't know that.
Because I know, like, a truck driver in this country, a CDL truck driver, if there's an accident, they're required to provide a urine sample after the accident. If they are found to have drugs of any sort in their system, alcohol included, by the way, I mean, even if it was the night before and they were still registering, they have a much higher standard. Truck drivers have a standard that is so high that suggests that if they affect the safety of the public, that they have to provide a urine sample. So, I mean, is it possible that, some of these cops are roid raging and, that type of thing? Just throwing it out there.
But do I think that they can right the ship and we can all get back to a normal society again? Not for the next 18 months, because I think there's too much going against us with Obama and all his people. But I do think if we get a real president in there who actually deeply, genuinely loves and cares about justice and people, I've never seen so much race problems in my life. It's been since the 60s?
Well, you know what? To your point, though, and the reason that we are seeing or we're more aware of the issues that do happen, the negative ones, like Cop Block. I mean, we're all familiar with that. Those types of reporting, sites. I guess the thing is that everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got, the tweets and the Facebook and the Instagram, and so, I mean, is it more prevalent today than it was back in, say, 1963? Probably not. But we see every incident that's negative. And
what do you think? I want Amy's take.
You know what I think. I think it's all by design, and there's a specific agenda to make cops look bad, so that it can be nationalized and federalized. And I think it's a load of bullshit. I think there are millions and millions of law enforcement officers in this country, and you see maybe 12 instances a year of something that went wrong. I don't give a rat's ass. Every single one of those people was a dirtbag, and they were lawbreakers. And for the few that pushed the envelope by pulling up on purpose to a border patrol agents, group of agents or something, and then just sit there and you have the camera rolling and they're doing it on purpose to piss people off. If the camera wasn't rolling, those punks would have their window down. It's all by design, and people are they're falling into this whole every cop is bad. No, it's just.
Well, let me ask you this.
I'm actually getting tired of talking about it because it's so asinine to me that it actually pisses me off.
Well, I guess if you're talking about like a DUI checkpoint, which I completely disagree with. I think they're absolutely unconstitutional. You have the right to travel freely under the Constitution in the United States as an American citizen. So random stops for no reason are quite frankly, well, if you're not doing anything, don't worry about it. Well, then why are you violating my rights? I guess. I mean,
we've had this conversation too, and I think if
how do you feel about DUI checkpoints? Just a refresher.
I think that she agrees with them, and I kind of do too.
Well, I agree with them only to the extent that, I mean, there are certainly, not all the time, obviously, but when you have idiots who cannot control themselves, and if you or me or Jim or whoever, if we found out that one of our loved ones was hit by a drunk driver and killed, smushed, head crushed, your beautiful little daughter's head crushed by some freaking scumbag who has been let go time after time after time because he was always over the limit, but they let him go. You would be absolutely furious. So what's the trade-off? I mean, I understand, not all the time. I don't agree with them all the time. I don't agree with the setups and all that kind of crap. And I don't believe, I don't even believe with setting up prostitutes. I don't believe that. I don't believe in that stuff. I think it's all.
I'm against that.
Victimless. I know, right? It's ruining my sex life. God damn it.
No. Well, but that's a different issue. But when you have the 4th of July, when you have these days that people, St. Patrick's Day, they absolutely cannot. They have no willpower. They cannot control themselves. They go out and they continuously drink and drive and things like that. I don't have a problem with a checkpoint because I'm not drinking and driving.
Let me throw this past you and see if you guys agree with it. Okay, let's say we all agree with checkpoints, and they're calling them DUI checkpoints. Okay, if you happen to be in your car, say, and you're completely fine, and you're rolling up to one of these, you're like, oh, good Lord, we got to go through one of these, and for me, I would be like, I'd be mad. I'd be like, really? I'm completely sober. I'm not doing anything wrong, but the police are about to ask me some questions. How about this? Let's say that I forgot my license or my insurance had lapsed, and during the process of asking me if I'd been drinking, it's determined that, no, this guy's fine. He's sober. He's good. Mm-hmm. Oh, but can I see your insurance? And I'm like, oh, dude, I just in a little financial trouble. I would say this. I'm okay with checkpoints that are called DUI checkpoints if they pull me off to the side at that point, because now they've determined I'm driving illegally for under some other infraction.
But see, why are they asking you for your insurance and driver's license when all they should do is talk to you for a second, determine that you look or sound drunk, and if you do, then they should do a breathalyzer. If you are, then they ask for your stuff. But if you're not drunk, they have no business asking to see your driver's license.
And
exactly. I agree with that. They have no business, asking for anything.
I guess what I'm saying is, if your tags are expired or your insurance lapsed, they should pull you over and write you an official warning and give you 30 days to show up in court having fixed whatever that problem is and give you an opportunity to not pay a fine.
Yeah, but their job is to, one way or another, and you're going to get out of it, Judge, if you take care of it anyways. All right, let's move on.
Move on.
The last piece on this, because we got a lot of shit to cover tonight. A lot of stuff I loaded. The last thing is you do get a lot of these douchebags who go way overboard when it's a cop who, like, everybody jumps the gun on this stuff, right? So here's a guy who tweeted, what if we found Eric Casebolt's family and beat up the young girls in it? Would that be fair? If you live in a McKinney family, or if you live in McKinney, find his family. And here, thank God, is Wayne Dupree, a clear-thinking guy, goes, some stupid person on Twitter had to be stupid on Twitter regarding this. I hope they catch him and arrest him. And I agree with him.
I do too.
It's idiotic.
It's what?
Idiotic. Sit there.
The guy threatened people.
Yeah.
He threatened
Yeah,
them. And by the way,
go find this guy's family and beat him up. Are you serious?
by the way, if you think about it,
Jim had dogs barking. I got dogs barking.
Oh yeah, because my dog. I've got the window open because right now it's almost 80 degrees.
No, it's about 67 here.
And sunny.
Oh, it is beautiful. It is beautiful here.
It's beautiful.
It was beautiful today. We probably have the same weather. I'm just a few hours ahead of you.
Yeah. So all right. So let's move on. We are going to do breaking headlines. Here's our new breaking headlines thing. We need to add some verbiage to that, Brett.
And now, breaking headlines.
Breaking headlines.
And now.
All right, so what I wanted to do, first of all, a lot of these freaking headlines are just so lame. So I loaded 5 different headlines from today's news. We can cover all of them. We can cover none of them. We can cover one of them. I don't care. Is there any on here that we want to talk about?
Oh, it's just so hard to, say.
Cop resigns over the film thing. So he resigned. I read today, just briefly, that he had been so stressed out because he had been on 2 suicide calls. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on that we don't see prior to these calls. So this guy may have just been freaking worked.
Well, you can see it, if you actually go and look at all of the videos and look at all of the different tweets from the neighborhood, and okay, the cop, first of all, like he said, he was running around. He's telling people to sit down, just sit down, shut up, sit down. We'll get to you. Sit down, just shut up, sit down, shut up. That chick, that little brat with the other 2 girls, mouthing off. He's pissed off. He just did a barrel roll. He tripped and did a barrel roll, so he's probably totally pissed off about that.
Embarrassed,
if you saw the video. Well, I'm sure pissed off too. You fall down and you get pissed, especially why you fell. You're running to break up, and it's not like there was like 20 kids there. They said there was hundreds of kids there, and they're not these little young 10-year-olds. They're 18. They're all graduating and stuff, all hyped up. They're not invited to. I don't know if you guys have lived in one of these communities, but I've lived in a complex. There's a private pool. You're allowed to go and use it with some friends, but you can't overdo it. And you're gonna have a party. You're gonna set it up. You're gonna let them know. You're gonna have 10 guests. Blah blah blah. Well, another girl. It's I can post her information. She was a promoter for this DJ, and they would come and show up at this complex. They've been showing up for weeks. This isn't a one-time thing. They've been showing up for weeks, tweeting out, to people, come join the rave, and charging $15 a head. Mm-hmm. So all of these people, like little friggin' army ants, pouring into this neighborhood. I don't doubt that the fat white chick that the girl got into the promoter was the one who got into the fight with the mother there, that you heard the mother got smacked. Mm-hmm. She's the one that got into the fight. I don't doubt that she probably yelled a racial slur. Everyone does it when they're that pissed off or they're that frustrated. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone,
including the cops.
Yeah, everybody. Everybody right. says bad words. They, just to hurt the other person. They'll still, even if they don't ever use those words, they'll use it if they really want to hurt the other person. So I don't doubt she yelled a racial slur, but I mean, this is something. The neighborhood is both black and white. It has nothing to do with race. This whole thing.
It didn't.
Nothing.
It didn't. Now
there's a black There's a black
saw
woman, and I have to post it. Did you see it? She said, you know, none of the white kids were running away and mouthing off and stuff. They were sitting down and shutting up. Why were the black kids doing it?
There was white kids and black kids invited to the party. There was
Right.
2 people per household that was there. But there was a black guy who was interviewed, and he goes, "Look, I want to be really clear about this." He goes, "I live in this neighborhood. This is not a racially bad neighborhood at all." He goes, "Blacks, whites, Mexicans." He goes,
It's
"The problem
integrated.
is the kids were jumping over the fence and doing all that. They weren't even
Yeah,
supposed to be there." So
one of the neighbors said that one of them jumped in a truck and started ramming cars, and they would, you know, they were trying to break down doors, but it's not like this. It's not a one-time thing. They've been doing this consistently for a few weeks, according to some of the things that I'm reading.
Yeah.
So
You know, one question I've had in all this is, where was this cop's backup? And I mean that in his defense. Where was his backup? I mean,
I think he was running to the where the fight was, but he got stopped because all those kids were there.
right.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at it, so I don't know. And then more did come behind him, but I think around the corner. But
No matter
this little brat, 2 out of the 3, he said, "Leave, go, leave." 2
And they tried to leave, though, didn't they?
Well, 2 of them left, and she went the other way and kept mouthing off, and he kept telling her, "Go,
Guys-
you know, go." And she
You
wouldn't,
guys-
so he said, "You know what? Now you're going." So she resists arrest, gets dragged around, and then suddenly it's his fault. I'm sorry.
But
that's bullshit.
who's the black sheriff that from Wisconsin that's on every TV station every day?
I love him.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I can picture him, but I can't think of his name. I apologize.
He is a law and order guy. The thing that
Clark,
opened my eyes a little bit was that even he last night, Megyn Kelly asked, "What do you think about this?" And he goes, "That was a little out of control." He goes, that officer did overstep his bounds, was out of control. So when he, who never says anything bad about an officer ever, says that this guy was out of control, then I kind of probably tend to side with this
Sure.
sheriff.
Well,
sure. I
they-
mean,
they-
I'm not defending like all of his actions, you know, obviously, but he
right.
was
I know.
obviously running, pumped
Right.
on adrenaline.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They make mistakes. I'm the first one to say that people will make mistakes, and I'm not, you know, if he ends up being a total ass, then he's an ass.
He could be a
But-
douche. I mean, he could be a douche. We don't know.
He could be, but as far as, you know, like people were saying, oh, he's kneeling on her back. He was on his toes. Everyone knows how you sit on, you know what I mean? He was on his
Right.
toes,
He
so
was
all of his
subduing.
weight was not on her back.
Sure.
I mean, and nobody has even determined if he pulled the gun or a taser, because I've heard both from witnesses. So was it the taser or was it the gun? You had two young males.
The picture I saw sure looks like a 9mm.
It
I
was a
know,
gun.
like, you know what I mean? Like what's that, Jim?
But when he pulled it out, the young black kid had his left hand at his back hip.
Yeah,
And that-
and he had the other kid. There were 2 of them coming around the side. I mean, how do you know? What is he going to do? Hesitate and then he's dead? I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
But when
I
he
can't
did,
second
when he
guess
did come
him.
back, when he did come back to that girl was sitting on the ground. She
Mhm.
was moving her hands like this and talking and sitting, and then he grabbed her hand. Sitting wasn't enough. He wanted her to shut up, and he pulls her and takes her around. Well, some of the cops have said, look, as long as they're sitting or as long as they're walking away, they can yell at us all they want. But
Mhm.
anyways, well, let's move on. We've got what about Obama wants to send an additional 450 troops back into Iraq after he removed them initially, and I've seen
Isn't that like throwing a drop of water into the ocean, though? I mean, it's like, come
Yeah,
on.
really.
If you're going to send some guys back, let's just do about 225,000 and stop the whole problem.
right.
It's so pathetic. He's just.
Yeah.
I've actually stopped watching the news for the last week. Now, there are other reasons for that.
Yeah, we know. We just saw the video.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. The horse. Yeah, we know.
But he's
Right.
he's like working on my last nerve. And this
Oh gosh.
douchebag,
Yeah.
this douchebag, oh
Now,
my God.
Did you see this yesterday, where this came out about her role in this, where
How she, yeah.
actually emailed everybody and said, "You we'll start working harder on these corners and that corner and this, because she wanted to see the crime rates go down, because she was getting yelled at from people who were sending her pictures going, look at the drug deals going on right out in the open.
Yep. Yep.
So she's complicit in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she told the
is
cops,
a total...
I want to do whatever it takes to get this handled.
Well, when I look at her, I'm truly looking at the face of what racism in this country is today.
Yeah,
exactly. It's masked. You're not. I can't call her a racist because she's an African American female who is in a position of power. And of course, if I question her, then obviously I'm a white guy who's a racist, right?
I'm
not any of those things. So I'm going to say that she's a racist twat.
Absolutely racist.
That's what she is.
How you know that she carries dual citizenship?
Does she?
She said she's an African American.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. She might. Yeah.
That's becoming my pet peeve. Every single time someone says African American, I want to know if you hold dual citizenship. Otherwise, you're a Black American.
Yeah, true.
Becoming my freaking pet peeve.
And by the way, we need to stop even saying the word of color before the word American. We're all Americans.
Right.
That's what's really disturbing about this is we're all members of this country, and it's like, holy crap! I know there's issues, but really, I mean.
Right.
Well, I don't know if you read. I posted something quickly. On my way home, I stopped and I had to get a couple of groceries, and I bought some because I'm anal. I don't want ants in my house, so I bought some organic raid.
Now you're talking about things. Jesus.
I bought some organic raid, and I bought just a little slice of pumpkin pie. They had individual ones for 99 cents. I'm like, okay, you know, they cut up the pies. Well, the little douche, she's begging, and and I hear the conversation, and she's talking to the kid, and they're both Black, and they're talking, and you know, she's like talking at him. He's trying to work, and she's talking at him and talking about relationships and stuff. And then she starts saying, and I hope you're sticking with one flavor. I hope you're sticking with one flavor. I really hope you're sticking with one flavor. And she kept saying it. As I looked down, she has the raid and my piece of pumpkin pie in the same bag. I'm looking at her going, yeah, I don't want my raid and my pumpkin pie in the same bag. I mean, who thinks that's a good idea?
Right, I read you said that.
Yeah, but my point, you know, it's like she was more worried about him sticking with the same flavor, and but I'm in line with a bunch of old people, and I'm like, okay, I'm at a grocery store, and she's probably 17. What do you mean? Flavor Black, flavor white, flavor Spanish? What flavor do you want him to stick with? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? You know?
Yeah.
To make her like feel like an idiot, but I didn't, you know, it wasn't the time or place, and she's a waste of air at this point. So.
My phone keeps going off.
Yeah, mine did too.
It's a brother. It's a brother from another mother who wants to know about our class reunion.
There you go.
It's Ronnie.
It just pisses me off because it's, you know, Obama's put race relations back 75 years. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I tend to agree with that too. It's unbelievable.
One other thing happened to me the other day. I was at the pet store, and this young Black kid was walking around. He's all excited, and he was probably like 18, 19 years old, and he says, "Oh, I got my first dog." And I said, "Oh, yeah, great. What kind was it?" And I'm looking at the trees. "What kind is it?" And he says, "Oh, it's a blue nose pit bull." And I said, "Oh, nice, you know." And I said, "Just make sure that the treats that you get are not made in China because they poison them." And he's like, "Oh, what do you?" I said, "They add poison." And he says, "Oh, because of Obama, they want to kill us and stuff." Okay. And I said, "No." What? I said, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with for years now they've been sending over poisoned treats to, and dogs have been dying.
The Chinese have a secret plan to take over America by destroying our pets.
I mean, I'm like, where did Obama come into this? I mean, of all people, I'll be the first to bash him, but
sure, if I can find a reason.
I have no idea where that came into play.
You know, it's like I hate to defend Obama, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want pets dead. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna say that. I think he'd be opposed to killing pets. I'm gonna side with you on that one.
He ate dogs, so I don't know, Brett. I wouldn't even go that far.
The news of the people that kid is probably talking to probably said that all white people hate Obama and think that everybody wants to kill everybody in our country because of the white people is going to blame Obama for everything.
I had no idea where that was coming from. I looked at it and said, no, it has nothing to do with him. It has to do with China sending poison treats to kill our dogs. That kill our dogs. I mean, where do you get Obama out of that? I don't know. It's just really bizarre.
Obama ate dog meat before.
He has. He admitted that.
Yep.
In Indonesia.
Next stop, Vermont. Escaped killers may be heading out of New York.
Now,
I don't care about the story other than if they had these freaking electric tools. I saw on TV last night they were showing one of them. Freaking loud. How are you going to?
Thank you.
Now, somebody said, well, they were doing construction work in there and maybe they timed it at the same time. What?
Sure.
He's running blades going into cement, a cement cutter.
By the way,
Thank you. I'm like, who else thinks this is really bizarre?
Looking at the headline, though, right there, the next stop, Vermont, it's like, listen, if I just escaped from prison and I've been on the run for as long as they have, I would need a vacation, too, and Vermont is quite nice this time of year. I'm just saying.
Vermont has either the people who were born there or the transplants from New York.
It's a lovely area to. Well, by the way, why would you go to Vermont if you just escaped? Do you realize how many?
Well, because that's what I was going to say. Because the transplant from New York and Boston will harbor them. They will harbor them as poor, misunderstood Utes.
Well, more importantly, though, is what is that? What is that? It's full of empty second homes. People buy vacation homes.
Brett, you have never been to Vermont.
No,
don't lie.
All right, I've never been there.
Neither have I, but you know how me and Brett know about it? Maple syrup.
Maple syrup, that's right.
Yummy.
It comes from the trees of Vermont. That's all we know.
That's it. That's
yum. Yeah. We actually have maple trees here. You can tap. I have maple trees all in my yard.
We got things here we can tap too, but
tell me about this Todd Starnes story. I hadn't heard this one.
Jim.
Sorry. Well, you were going into this rant earlier when I tried to step in with a stupid joke when you said something about being anal, and I go, stop, we've seen the video already. You were like, but you were into your rant going, and I'm like, okay, that went when we play this.
Right over my head.
Yeah. Todd Starnes works for Fox News. He's kind of like the Christian editor guy who always picks out the Christian stories or whatever. This is not a Christian story, but U.S. Embassy in Jakarta moves July 4th for Muslims. Wasn't there another one just the other day, Indonesia also?
Well, Jakarta is Indonesia.
Jakarta, Indonesia?
Yeah, that's...
I like Vermont. I've never been to Indonesia, so I didn't know, but...
yeah, that's the same place. That's the same thing.
Place. Okay. Well, with billions...
How do you move the 4th of July? If you want to say you want to move the 4th of July celebrations inside, you want to...
Well, hey, yet again, let's state the obvious. If you don't choose to celebrate the 4th of July, don't. I mean, it's like, don't.
But it's
I'm going to have a beer and shoot off a firework.
Ramadan.
Yeah, I was going to say, with Ramadan from dusk to dawn, you can't, the Muslims aren't allowed to eat or drink. So,
they're jealous.
140 degrees in Dubai, and they're walking around doing their business, and they can't even have a sip of water.
Jealous.
But I would say don't eat and drink during our 4th of July celebration during Ramadan. That's okay, but we will.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
You can't do it in front of them in their countries. If you value your head.
That's true. Well, in almost just under 4 weeks from now, we are going to be having our Christmas show in July because I want to make sure that we don't offend any of
right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
we need to we want to make sure that we're very sensitive to all of our Muslim viewers.
Let's jump right into the water cooler.
You probably do have some that are just trying to get information on how and when they can get us. Sorry, go ahead.
Absolutely. Water cooler.
Water cooler. These are conversations that if now let me pull this up for a second. Amy.
Yes.
Brett and I don't have the pleasure of working in an office. We kind of like have our office in our car. Do you guys have a water
You're
cooler?
lucky. Water coolers? No.
You don't.
We have a bubbler.
They lock all the. They show up to
people
work.
gather around the bubbler and talk about stuff?
No.
Okay.
No.
They lock them in a room with just some plain cement walls and just let them out at 5.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not too far from the truth. In my office, there's no windows. But the if you drink it out of the bubblers, they're pretty disgusting. So
I've got a really stupid question. What the hell's a bubbler?
It's a fountain.
It's a drinking. What you call a drinking fountain.
It's a drinking fountain.
In Massachusetts,
it bubbles up all the time. It's constantly running.
Oh, never mind. So we actually have a bubbler in our upstairs hallway in our office.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We do.
Never mind. I got it. I'm
All
back.
right. Okay. There you go. All right.
I'm a little slow.
And there's your new information for tonight.
There's your new New England pack your car.
Your new New England pack your car and drink from the bubbler.
I don't drink from the bubbler. I go to the packy.
Gotta go to the packy, not the bubbler.
Go to the packy. Now tell me what a packy is.
A packy. Oh my God. I'm gonna say that I don't even know. You got me on that one.
The bathroom.
That's an educated guess. A packy.
Cafeteria.
I'm not gonna go to the. I'm not gonna drink out of the bubbler. I'm gonna go to the packy.
So a refrigerator. It's a refrigerator.
It's a package store. It's a liquor store. That's a packy.
That's
if you're from New England and you ask for a packy, everyone will know.
That's funny. What do you get if you ask for a fag?
Huh?
What do you get if you ask for a fag?
Depends on where you are. If you might be talking to one if you're in Provincetown.
Well, if you're in England, you would get a cigarette.
Yeah,
but if you're
or a bundle of wood.
What would you get?
What's that?
If
you're in New England?
Yeah.
You'd probably get a punch in the nose.
Yeah, you get arrested.
Now, if you were in Hollywood, you'd have to cough up $50 and things would work itself out.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So if there was a water cooler in most offices these days, I guess this would make sense. But this is why it doesn't make sense anymore. Nobody has water coolers to sit and talk in the offices, I guess. But if they did, here it would be. Here we are.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
My name is Jay.
Hey, Jimmy. Water cooler
conversations.
Water cooler conversation.
That's fantastic.
All right. So the first one, this is like if we were at our water cooler just talking, I would say, hey, does your pet ever put its head against the wall? Have you guys ever noticed that? It's actually a serious thing.
Mine doesn't put his head. He'll lay against it and twit. Oh wow.
It's a psychological condition or something.
Yeah, there could be an illness. Let's see, hydrocephalus, water on the brain tumor, stroke, head trauma, inflammatory, infectious type meningitis. It's a serious issue. So I thought, hey, you know what? Let's do a service.
My dogs have never done that.
Mine hasn't either. Although he will rub the hell out of his back on every wall in this house. He just gets up there. He just make noises like you haven't heard before.
Speaking of pets, what happened? It was behind. Speaking of pets, my pet peeve, which is clickbait headlines. I have a couple clickbait headlines right here. The first one, radical Islamist who stomped on American flag just received justice in a big way. Watch the video. This is from a thing on Facebook called Western Journalism, Inc. And you know what the big news was?
What's that?
They caught him and arrested him. I'm like, I read this and I'm like, so he just got justice in a big way. Watch the video, and you read about it. And it's like, yeah, they found Joe over in Montana and arrested him. I'm like, dude, stop with the clickbait, all right? Matter of fact, I got so upset at that conservative.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, he banned me. They banned me from
Did
making
they
comments.
really?
Yeah, banned me from making comments because I said, hey, douchebag. I said, look, I said, why don't you just tell the story? I said, you know what we're going to do every week? I said, I'm going to take out your headlines. I'm going to put them on the blast, and we're going to make fun of you. So he banned me.
That's perfect, though, too.
Yeah, he deserved to ban me. That's fine. But
That's fine.
I mean, come on, be better than that, would you?
I agree.
The next one, actually, I'm sorry, Sierra. This one actually came from right-wing news. But
What?
look at this. Here's the headline. Muslim congressman demands arrest of participants and attendees of the Draw Muhammad contest in Phoenix. They demand the arrest. So I'm reading this. He didn't demand an arrest. He sent a letter to the Attorney General Loretta Lynch on Thursday requesting a Justice Department investigation on whether the armed protesters outside the mosque in Phoenix had violated the worshippers' First Amendment guaranteed freedom of religion practice by bringing assault weapons. They brought assault weapons. So all he wanted him to do was say, hey, would you check out and see if these guys got their rights violated for freedom of worship? Is he a Muslim? Sure. Did he demand?
No, he's a dirtball, but go ahead.
No. Huh?
He's a dirtball, but no, he didn't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, because the stories themselves, like, hold their own water. You know, they hold their own weight. Why do they have to do this?
Yeah.
And actually, you know, after reading the underlined parts here, it's like, you know, I suppose, if I'm being honest, it's a fair question.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to show up with weapons and a pen, you know, there's a lot of bad things that could go wrong in that situation. And
you have a lot of Muslims standing outside of East Hill Church with machetes and stuff. I would want somebody to know because they're threatening me and making me feel uncomfortable in worshiping.
Of course, yeah.
Now, do they have a right to do it? Yes. But do they? I don't know. So I've got no problem with what he did, and I like the story. I'm glad that they tell the story, but just you're right, Amy. These stories are good enough to hold their own weight. They don't need this bullshit. And you know what really pisses me off? The blast. We do a pretty decent job, and we don't sensationalize and stuff like that. And we try, you know, we've got 450 likes. Can't fucking get 455. But this guy, the comical guy who's not funny and he lies on his headlines, is 750,000 likes. I'm like, what? Maybe we should start lying. I don't know. I'm not going to do it.
I know, right?
We have more integrity than that. All right. Speaking of integrity, this douchebag person on the right, what's her? She's the police chief. I don't know. Is it illegal to reveal sealed records of Utes? Like
yeah, according to a couple of people, a couple of lawyers on, they did it and then said, oops, so we weren't supposed to do that. It was against the law.
Well, now here's the thing. I have a beef to pick with Michelle Duggar. All right, I'm a little pissed off right here. She said on TV that this woman is a lesbian. That offends me because my theory of lesbians are those.
No, those would be lipstick lesbians, Jim.
Exactly
Come on,
right.
let's get it right.
Those are posers. Those are posers.
Yeah, I actually looked up lipstick lesbians, and these were actually cuter. The other ones had lipstick literally all over.
There you go. You can find anything on the web.
Yeah.
Do you have the story about the Muslim chick on the plane?
Not anymore. We talked about it last week while you were
Did you
in
see
the
her
Mile High
update?
Club. No.
Her update.
The passenger that reported what they actually saw. Did you read that story?
Well, yeah, she created a new page and it's a public figure. She works for CARE, and so she said her page was hacked because someone was trying to send out hate under her name.
Oh,
But she created a public figure page.
They're
So
always hacked.
I went on there and I put the bacon wrapped cheese sandwich on there. Told her to choke on it. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised a half hour later when it was off the page.
Sure.
But yeah,
Did you see
I did
the
that.
bacon flavored Diet Coke? I had posted on one of those. I'm like, if they should have just given her the Diet Coke, one of these bacon flavored Diet Cokes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the fact of the matter is, she wanted the whole Coke Zero. There wasn't enough, so they said I can give you half the can, and she wanted the whole can. You
Now,
little
here's
piece of
why.
crap coming
I
up with all these lies.
Amy, I read that, and the theory is that they were running short of Coke Zero, right?
Yeah.
So they only said a half a can. Here's my theory. What if the next person behind her wanted a half a can, and the person behind her wanted a half a can, and 14 people behind them wanted one? Well, they're
Sure.
going to
Then there
run
would be none left.
right.
I've
So
been
at
on a
what
plane where they
point,
say there's none left.
right, but at what point do they really care that they run out? If they gave her the last full can.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. More to the freaking point. Have you ever gotten angry because somebody said you can't have soda pop? You move on. You immediately go, all right, whatever.
Did you start lying, saying that
Right.
It's just,
absolutely. She's an arrogant piece of crap.
And like you said,
She
she works for CARE.
She works for CARE. They're all terrorists. We all know that. Nobody wants to say it out loud, but they're all terrorists. They support terrorism. She's a terrorist, and she's a troublemaker terrorist. And she's a piece of crap. I would love to throat punch her. Hi, how you doing? I'm Amy.
Amy loves to throat punch people. Let's go to Hollywood.
Hollywood.
And I got a nice big ring to do it with, too.
Hollywood.
Is that a new ring or is that your old ring?
No, this is my friendship ring.
Nice.
Wait. This is a new friendship ring?
No, this is my ring that I got. I've had it for like 2 years now.
Nice.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Great.
You're friends.
2.5 carats.
Nice.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood. Okay, here's the only part about this that's really weird is that Spike TV is guy TV. It's dude TV. It's not the Oxygen Channel. It's
Right.
not the Vogue Channel.
I'm guessing your demographic doesn't care much for Bruce Jenner in general at this point. Just saying.
Say anything wrong? He goes and Caitlyn's somebody. Come on.
Right. No, he didn't do anything wrong. By the way, I have yet to actually say anything other than Bruce when referring to this situation, and I never will.
Yeah.
I would always be Bruce Jenner to me.
Someone came out and on Twitter. I just love it. I throw the bomb out there, and they come out like little cockroaches. It's she, you bitch. Her name is she.
No, it's not.
It's
No,
she.
it's not.
I'm like, yeah, no. He still has his dick and balls. He's a he. I don't care what to say. I don't care how many times you blow up your chest.
Yeah,
only thing
let
you
him
don't-
cut off, and then we can still talk about the DNA issue. But let him get it cut off first.
Right.
Yeah, no, regardless, like you
Cut it
said,
off.
he's a man. No matter what way you slice it, no pun intended. He's a man.
Cut it off.
Now, Jim, do you remember my point last week? It's something we talked about. I'll just be real brief. One of the things I find really ironic about this is that we live in a country where when we talk about women who are overweight and some skinny fitness model comes out and says, oh, you should fix your problem, we call it fat shaming. And then we tell all those heavyset women, you should love yourself for who you are. You should love you for you. Some women are bigger. Some women are this. Some women are that. So why wasn't anybody telling Bruce Jenner, dude, you're a guy. Why don't you love you for you? Well, no, I don't love me for me. I should be something else. So what did he do?
Mm-hmm.
He became the cliche. The
Yep.
cliche. Fake boobs, tons of makeup, long hair, dresses. Yep. I mean, if you truly feel like a woman, I mean, Amy, do you have to be in a dress and tons of makeup every day to feel like a woman? No. But he goes onto this Vanity Fair cover. He is doing nothing but make himself even more fake in order to tell us that he is more himself than ever. It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I said. I tweeted out saying, oh, when he came out and said, I'm, welcome to the world, Caitlyn. I hope everyone loves you, whatever he freaking said. I tweeted back, and he actually favorited my tweet, or whoever his account is, whoever manages the account favorited my tweet. And I said, if you were truly proud of who you are, then you would just be who you are without cosmetic surgery. I mean,
right.
What?
Saying somebody on Caitlyn Jenner's page,
what's that?
Somebody on Jenner's page liked your thing?
Well, he
whoever managed it
liked the tweet. Yeah, he favorited it. He did the like. Whether it was him or whoever his admin is, I don't know.
But see, that's what's so twisted about the whole thing is that you are so far away from whatever you feel that you are because now, by the way, when you got your fake breast, dude, did you pick the average, normal-sized, average American woman-sized breast that's a little saggy? No. You went for the big old fatty triple Ds because that means I'm a woman. I mean, it's ridiculous at its face.
Yeah. Well, because of my last statement was, come on, just admit that Chris made you do it.
Yeah, which is true. This is all for ratings, by the way.
I'm telling you, it's all for ratings.
Yeah. Bruce Jenner hasn't had his name said. Well, they're not saying his name anymore, but since 1977. What a great way to get noticed again and make a bunch of money.
Yeah. Well, quickly, Jim, I will be quick. Did you see the news story? The Olympic Committee is trying to take away his medals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Because they said you're saying you always felt like a woman. You always thought you were a woman, but you played as a man.
But isn't that even more of an accomplishment, though, that if he was a woman and felt like...
Well, that's the point. He's not a woman. He's a man.
He's not. No, he's not in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So they're just trying to make a point. You say you're a woman, and you purposely came in, just like I'll really briefly, quickly. There was a lesbian who was just promoted in the military, and they had this big ceremony and all this kind of stuff, and they're giving her this big hoopla. And I said, okay, well, I wrote to her and I said, well, I made a comment on that page, and I said, so if you lie, you get promoted. And if you tell the truth, like General McChrystal did, you get booted. So she wrote me back saying, do I know you? And I said, well, I don't know. Do you know me? And then I realized it was her, and I said, oh, you're the lesbian who got promoted. And you lied. You lied because she was in during Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Yeah.
So she lied when she went in because she had to put down on the application she was straight.
Did
and
she
came back, well, you assumed a lot with that statement. I didn't assume shit. You lied when you applied. Period. If she had told the truth, she wouldn't have been in the military and she would never have been promoted.
Right.
I mean, that's whether you like that or not. That's the fact. She'd get in now, but she wouldn't have been where she is today.
Right.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Wow.
Sorry, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah. So Jerry Seinfeld, this isn't the clip that I thought it was, but it's just as good. But he had said something the other day about how he will not perform on college campuses because they can't wait to get mad at somebody for saying the word gay or anything. It's like he goes, they're so far gone mentally that they're just looking for ways to get mad over stuff. But this, it was about a 6-minute video, and I'm only going to play about 2 minutes of it because he's with the publisher of The New Yorker. And it was a great, but Jerry Seinfeld throughout this and towards the end of it, he was like getting frustrated with the New Yorker guy because he says, tell me the joke, because the New Yorker guy goes, well, one of our editors did kind of push the line, something about Caitlyn Jenner, and I'm not going to say it here. And Jerry's like, why? Why not say it here? Say it here. Come on. And he's frustrated because of this. But so here's a little video that is actually, it's really good. I picked out part of it. Here we go.
Well, I will say, comedy. It's interesting. Comedy is, I do think, is supposed to push towards the lines in the medium. There are more people now who will let you know if they think you went over the line than ever before.
Don't I know it?
I mean, you have to feel the same way about comedy.
Yeah.
but they keep moving the lines in for no reason.
Right.
I do this joke about the way people need to justify their cell phone. I need to have it with me because people are so important.
Right.
You know, I said, well, they don't seem very important the way you scroll through them like a gay French king. You know, it's just... Well...
That's very offensive to the gay French king.
Well, yeah, I did this line recently in front of an audience, and it comes where you can kind of feel like, and they thought, what do you mean gay? What are you talking about gay? What are you saying gay? What are you doing? What do you mean? You know? And I thought, are you kidding me? I mean, we can't even. I could imagine a time, and this is a serious thing. I can imagine a time when people say, well, that's offensive to suggest that a gay person moves their hands in a flourishing motion, and you now need to apologize. I mean, there's a creepy PC thing out there that really bothers me.
But you could also screw up.
I didn't know that I liked Jerry Seinfeld as well as I do.
No, he's dead right too. I mean, and by the way, the colleges. It's more of a brainwashing, and it's more of an ignorance than anything else. And you know, if you can be, if you, you know, the what's the term where not a flash mob, but where like somebody will throw a bottle and then a bunch of people who were peaceful right before that then suddenly become violent. This is kind of, it's a similar thought process as that. It's like somebody says, you know, hey, you know, gay guys really talk with a funny list, list. And they're like, oh, that's offensive. And then one person says it. Now everybody gets afraid because they don't want to be like, I thought it was funny. Yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, so you hate gay people?
Yeah.
No, I just thought it was funny. I mean, if he makes fun of straight me next, I'm fine. I'll laugh along with that too.
Right.
You know, it's like, are we such pussies in this country that nobody can frickin' take a joke anymore?
Right.
Exactly.
And everything that people say is with hate and I don't like you and It's like, no, I'm frickin' kidding around.
Exactly. My family grew up using the word fag. You're a fag. Anything you did that was goofy. If you tripped and fell and then, you know, pretended to get up, oh, you're so faggy, you're a fag. You know what? My gay brother called me a fag, and I called my gay brother a fag, and it had nothing to do with homosexuality.
No, not at all.
And now, whenever, you know, like, it'll just come out because it's been something that my family's been saying for 50 years.
Right.
Well,
you know, and people are like, you know, like.
Think about something like the F word. Think about something like the F word or the word shit or something like that. It's like, if you look up the definition of the word, it's going to say one thing. But how many different ways do we use that sound? Yeah. The sound, the air passing over vocal cords, and we make this noise that says the word tag or fuck or shit. And by the way,
Lisa's endearing term for me is fruit. You fruit.
You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
Really. I mean, honestly. I mean, when I call someone, I thought, you know, you're being faggy. It has nothing to do with a homosexual. I mean, it's the furthest thing from my mind. But nowadays, everyone like freaks out that you said the word fag.
Every time I've ever seen the kids' TV show Barney, the dinosaur, I'm like, oh my god, that is so gay.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody even gay people know what I mean when I say it. But there's going to be 4 people who happen to be gay that go, oh, that's not right.
No, you know what, Brett? What? I will challenge that. It's not the gay people that say it. It's the gay advocates.
There you go.
The militant gay advocates who have taken it upon themselves to be offended about everything and everything that even remotely might be offensive to one gay person in one corner of the earth. You know what? Fuck you. Hi. Yeah. Hi, baby. How you doing? She's a lady. Whoa,
right,
whoa, she's a lady. Sorry.
All right.
On that note, we're going to hit the lighter side. I did change this up a little bit. I think you guys will like this. Maybe I'd put a little bit of work into it. Just a little bit. Here we go.
Oh, Hillary. That actually fits her. You know what? I'd vote for her if she had a mouse in her beard. If she had a mouse in her beard, I would vote for her.
Watch, she's laughing. Watch how she moves during the laugh. Look at those guys. All right. I did a little bit of work on that. I'm going to wait until, if we don't have time for Jody, because it was kind of funny, but so we're not going to do Jody just yet. Because because Lisa might come in and go, "Hey, you're
You're 5 minutes past. So let's wrap this up.
You're being a fruit, so get going.
Come on, you fruity fag.
cool tattoos." No, she
Yeah.
calls me Fruit Loop Dingus now. Uh,
As long as it's not Fruit Loop Dingleberry.
tattoos and oddities. You got a dingleberry there. All right, first one. These two twins are
Sure.
not sisters and not related. This girl, Neema Guinea or whatever, I'll move it over here, they're strangers. She found somebody out there, I guess it's called a doppelganger?
Yeah, doppelganger. It's your opposite.
Yeah.
Well, looks just like you, but it's your opposite.
Look at her. It's freaking,
Well-
they look like twins.
Well, I mean, the odds of, Amy, Jim, me, all of us having somebody that looks. I mean, if you go way deep in the genetic pool,
I know, I
There's
always
some-
got Gilligan. Trust me.
there's.
Well-
I mean,
Well, if you
Really?
go back to that picture for a quick second,
Yeah.
you know, this was always my issue with sperm banks. You have no idea
Yes,
where
true.
your sperm's going. These two
Yep.
could be related. You know, if they did DNA testing, they they could have somewhere along the line the same ancestry.
right. Very true.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, everything is so. Even the eyebrows. It's just.
Yep.
Even the
I do
eyebrows.
love.
The,
I do love your next story
right
too.
here.
The amphibious
oh yeah, is this
picture.
unbelievable or what? Unbelievable. The next picture. How does this happen?
Now, here's one thing. First of all, I would have felt weird watching it. It would have freaked me out a little bit. But do you realize that this guy can throw underwater too?
It's amazing. It really is.
You know?
Yeah. It's amazing.
Look at the headline.
I mean,
They did spell
They
check.
needed him in Texas. I'm telling you.
Right.
During
Exactly.
the floods, he could have
Right.
pitched a no hitter.
Yeah.
He really could have.
Hey, I wonder if he plays for the Florida Marlins.
Marlins. Nice.
Uh,
Freaking spell check. How do you do that?
I said the only thing I could think of is they tried to type ambidextrous, they misspelled it, and spell check, that
Yeah.
fixed it for them with the wrong thing. But how do you not notice it?
How do you like this? She is Brazilian. They've been together for 4 years. They're just getting married or something. A true story. She's 6'8". Her
Wow.
boyfriend is 5'4".
Wow.
She looks horrendous.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's huge.
It's horrendous. Her thighs are as thick as her ankles, for Christ's sakes, and
Huge.
she's
Tall.
a freak. She's a freak. Sorry,
Very
go
tall.
ahead.
Very tall.
All right. Next picture I thought was kind of funny.
Oh,
Weeding
I love this one.
dogs
though.
with Fruit Loops. Isn't that great?
That is perfect, actually.
Yeah, and in reality, this is what Bruce Jenner is going to look like as a woman, not the made-up, airbrushed.
Oh, yeah, not with all that caked-on makeup.
Right.
This was kind of funny. I saw,
Yeah,
these
this
were
is great.
balloons. Did you see this? Drive
I
real
saw it.
fast. There are these missiles following you. Do you see that, Brett?
I love that.
That's great,
I want
isn't it?
that.
Yeah.
It's all the opposite. You thought they were real. Yeah.
Okay, this girl is from Mexico. She's a mother of 4. She was a lawyer, a freaking attorney from a pretty religious family. Now, probably a Catholic family because she's Mexican, and But look at what she freaking did to herself. That's the same person. She got those are real teeth. She had.
Jim, I tell you right now, I hate those ear spacers as much as you do. Those are awful. Can't stand them.
Sick.
Yeah, that's
Right now, I'm gonna.
she's
show-
she's got something wrong with her.
That's pretty cool. I've seen this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool
listen.
tattoo.
It is. That's very clever use of something
Yeah.
that's gone wrong.
There was 100
Oh,
tattoos
God.
I could have picked from, and I only.
Female
Most
boss.
of them are very cool, but this one I thought was just so stupid. I had to do it. I had to show it.
That's great.
This was another really stupid.
They probably didn't even realize it was spelled wrong. That's the sad
No,
part.
they didn't.
Yeah. Look at that. Small. Really? You gonna do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
he was. They put him out and they did it.
That was after drinking.
Do you know what his belt buckle is?
Yeah, it's a
Brass
brass
knuckles.
knuckles. Yeah.
Yeah. What a freaking douche.
Impressive.
Okay, now these actually get pretty cool. The artwork on this, look at that. He's standing out on the ledge. The artwork on that is amazing. So the artwork on the rest of these are just freaking cool. This is the person's hand.
That's freaky.
It is. It's good though. It's very. I mean, I would never do something like that. I just couldn't.
No.
But it's very cool to see though, and I'm impressed with the work.
Look at the work on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive. It really is.
Yeah.
Thing is, tattoos are supposed to mean something to you. They're supposed to have
Right.
some type of meaning.
Yeah.
So
Look
just
at how
to
good
do
that is.
some of the stuff, I know it's cool.
It's freaky cool.
Yeah,
Um,
very much so.
this one.
That's disturbing. And by the way, that would hurt like hell getting tattooed there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I think
my gosh!
walking around like that. When
I
it
cut
hurt walking
myself.
around like that,
I cut myself shaving and I cry. It's like I can't imagine needles in there.
I hate to tell you what my nephew's is.
Oh,
What?
that's weird.
now look at this. How many times is she going to walk around without her shirt on holding her boobs, though?
And what happens to the poor baby when they start sagging? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's a teenager now.
All right, I'm gonna play this very short video. It's a cool little video. It's nothing, but it's whatever. So it's like, don't think one person or one idea can make a difference. It can. Watch this.
And the smallest domino is about 5 millimeters high and 1 millimeter thick. And I will carefully place it.
It's so tiny it needs tweezers.
And there are 13 dominoes. And the largest domino, it weighs about 100 pounds and is more than a meter tall. Ready?
That thing needs a tweezers.
Boom.
Now listen to this.
That was 13 dominoes. If I had 29 dominoes, the last domino would be as tall as the Empire State Building.
So
That's pretty simple physics right there too, though.
the moral of the story is don't put dominoes in front of the
Don't ever play dominoes near the Empire State. You will get arrested. They will ask you to leave.
smallest thing. Which
Maybe
we
that's what brought down the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
It was dominoes. You're
It
right.
was dominoes.
Had
They
to
were
have
putting
been.
dominoes. Had to have been.
Now I don't remember what this is, but I put some reason I put on here. Are you this person? Oh, that's why. Look at that, honey. Are you coming to bed? That's important. What? Somebody is wrong on the internet.
That's awesome. And so true,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I can be that person.
Absolutely.
That. Oh, do you guys find soccer boring?
No.
Oh, you have no idea. I hate it
Brett
so
hates it.
much.
Brett
Brett
hates it.
hates it.
Hate it.
I've come to appreciate it.
I did too. I come to appreciate it. Venezuelan anchor women naked to support.
You're such
Soccer
an oinker, James.
New fan today. In related news, I really care about soccer.
If Jim
You're such an oinker.
if Jim could pronounce the word misogynist, he would.
I can't either.
I can't. I don't know how to. I don't know what that word.
Can I until Lisa busts in here? Can I play Jody real quick? It was
Yeah.
funny. Okay, so we'll play Jody and then we'll close out the show. We're actually doing pretty good. All right, so Jody, what's up? Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to News Busted. I'm Jody Miller. Let's get started.
Hi, Jody.
American Pharoah became the first Triple Crown winner since 1978. Some joke that the name American Pharoah is a reference to President Obama. But if that were the case, anti-American Pharoah would make more sense. President Obama is
Jody.
once again making the United States the most respected country on earth. Is he kidding? America is not even the most respected country in the Obama White House.
Very true.
It's been reported that President Obama considers himself the closest thing to a Jew that has ever sat in the Oval Office. As a result, the president's close friend Al Sharpton is now giving him the cold shoulder. The FIFA bribery scandal continues to make headlines, which isn't surprising. Soccer scandals are infinitely more interesting than soccer itself. Once again, scientists have been caught manipulating data in recent global warming reports. They claim they had no choice but to fudge the data because previous records were stored on Hillary Clinton's hard drive. A new survey shows that Mississippi is the fattest state in the country with an obesity rate of 35%. In fact, Mississippi now has a new state bird, fried chicken. 3 New Jersey police officers shot a man dead in a public library, and the main librarian is angry because the cops ignored her request to use silencers. And finally, Dennis Rodman told TMZ he wants to date Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, God.
Caitlyn isn't interested. Caitlyn thinks Rodman is a weirdo. Thanks for watching News Lesson, everybody. I'm Jody Miller. Please go on to the news.
That's funny.
In all fairness, Bruce is right about that one.
Yeah, I was going to say that's about the only thing I can agree with him on.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, anyways, good show. We did an hour and 15 minutes.
Look at that.
Shortened it up, buzzed right through, and we had really a lot of stuff. I mean, some shows tackle 4 things, and they just beat the shit out of them.
That was like a firecracker of information thrown your way.
Yeah, we just kept poking stuff and poking it. You know what it was like? We had a room full of balloons, and we go poke, 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 poke.
Good analogy. All right, then. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. So we should turn out
the lights. Party's over.
The party's over. They say, oh, there it is. Good things. Or is the party just starting?
Call it a night.
The party's over. Oh, that's great.
Oh, boy.
All right, everybody.
Good night.
Good night to you all. Good night to you all. Jim, hey, hope everything's all right with the family. Tell Lisa I said hi.
Yeah, I hope her father